Guy Ryder. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mafalda. Indeed, from very grey and cold Geneva, I would very much have liked to be in sunny Lisbon today. Dear participants, dear Minister Ana Mendes Godinho, Anna, let me begin by thanking all of those who have made this Academy possible. And that means, in the first instance, the Portuguese Ministry of Labour, Solidarity and Social Security, whose generous contribution has made this Academy possible. One more example, let me say, of the continuing support and friendship of the government of Portugal to the ILO in many areas. I want also to recognise the support and the assistance of CACES, the Cooperativa Antonio Sergio para a Economia Social. Well, dear colleagues, the ILO, from its very beginnings, has been a pioneer in promoting the social and solidarity economy. And so we're proud to support organisations and enterprises that pursue explicit social and environmental objectives alongside economic success. And of course, in so doing, proving that there is no contradiction between these elements. Since 2010, the ILO has held 11 academies on the social and solidarity economy, working closely with our International Training Centre in Turin. And as we've seen in the images with which we began this academy, these events have brought together more than 1,000 academics, practitioners, policymakers and social partner representatives from all over the world. And I see today that colleagues are joining us from all of the continents. This is really wonderful. However, this 12th Academy is a bit different from its predecessor. It is the first to take place virtually because, regrettably, COVID-19 has made the face-to-face event planned in Lisbon impossible. We have to understand that. But the theme of this Academy, I think, also reflects the times that we are living in. Building back better the role of the social and solidarity economy in a human-centered and planet-sensitive recovery. The impact of COVID-19 was certainly human-centered. The ILO estimates that it led to the loss of the equivalent of 255 million full-time jobs last year in 2020. But it's also made decent work deficits and pre-existing inequalities worse than they previously were. Those people who were most vulnerable already, that is before the pandemic, have been the hardest hit by the loss of work and by the loss of income. And that includes, of course, the young, women, migrants, workers in the informal economy. The conclusion is that this pandemic has made an already unequal world more unequal still. So, colleagues, a human-centered recovery requires a human-centered response if we are to prevent the scars of this pandemic from lingering and fueling social instability. We do need to reorient our economies and societies towards more inclusive and sustainable development, one that supports people at the same time as tackling the climate crisis. And as coming out of COP26 in Scotland reminds us, we need to act in all of these areas and we need to act quickly. And this is where I think the social and solidarity economy comes in and can play a crucial role, because it can help us to deliver on the promise to build back better and to create more decent work. We need, though, to create the right environment to enable this to happen. And that means putting human and workers' rights and people's needs and aspirations at the heart of our economic, social, and environmental recovery. We need to embed social values into business models so that our economies serve people and planet rather than exploit them. It means that businesses should not just be economically viable, but should also help to empower vulnerable groups, promote collective action, and social cohesion. The social and solidarity economy can be key both in repairing the damage that has been done by COVID-19 and in reshaping our world for a carbon neutral, sustainable future. And I'm glad to see that others think this as well. In the last 20 years, colleagues, there has been increasing international recognition of their potential. Let me give you a few examples. In 2013, the ILO, with 2 other UN organizations, founded the United Nations Interagency Task Force on the Social and Solidarity Economy. This task force is dedicated to promoting and spreading knowledge about the social and solidarity economy. And the ILO is proud to be the current chair of the task force, which today, from that beginning of 2 organizations, has now more than 30 members and observers. This is real progress. In addition, and more recently, last June, the ILO's 187 member states unanimously adopted a global call for action for a human-centered recovery from the COVID crisis. And this global call states that if we are to have inclusive economic growth and a broad-based, job-rich recovery with decent work opportunities, national employment policy responses need to recognize the importance of the social and solidarity economy. And in Portugal, I'm coming back to the situation in Portugal, we have very clear evidence that the Minister has spoken of, that the social and solidarity economy has grown significantly, boosted by the Economy Framework Law, supported by the Portuguese Confederation of the Social Economy and the National Council of the Social Economy, and by CASIS, a partnership between the Portuguese government and 6 representative bodies of the social economy. This is a great example of the supportive environment that we need to create. And there are other developments which are on the way. A European Union action plan for the social economy will be launched at the end of this year. And at the ILO, next year's International Labour Conference, I'm delighted to say, will hold a general discussion on the social and solidarity economy for a human-centered future of work. This will be the first time in our history that our conference has debated an item on this subject. And our tripartite format means that it will provide, I think, a truly valuable moment to review the role of these human-centered enterprises and help them to move forward. We will discuss the contribution that they can make to creating more resilient economic systems and societies, and in turn, the role that we must all play in making that happen. Dear colleagues, this Academy comes at a time when some of the most fundamental tenets of our economic and social systems are up for debate, when we are looking for better ways forward to a more equitable and sustainable future. The social and solidarity economy certainly has to play an important role in this debate. So our Academy is a truly important opportunity for you to share your experiences and for us at the ILO to learn from those experiences, as well as your methods and the results. All of this with a view to making real practical differences. So good luck over the next 2 weeks, and I look forward very much to hearing the results of your deliberations. Back to you, Mafalda, with my thanks.